The hardest part about explaining parental alienation to someone who hasn't lived it is that it's actually happening, that it is a real thing. Yes, even though your brain isn't wired to do it, there are parents who will use their children as a weapon to hurt their other parent. There are parents who will turn the child against their ex to hurt them, to get retaliation, to get retribution. For a variety of different reasons, it is possible that a parent who is not perfect, who is not without making mistakes, can have a child or multiple children be turned against them for doing relatively nothing. I was recently listening to someone on the radio, a very prominent, long-time radio therapist, and occasionally there's calls that come up with a parent whose child or children is rejecting them. And this professional psychotherapist wants absolutely nothing to do with helping the parent reconnect with the child or to understand what's going on. All they hear is, yes, I've got 3 children, none of them want to talk to me. And the first thing is, well, what did you do? Well, I'm trying to figure it out. And they say, sir, if you don't understand why they're against you, then there's nothing that we can even talk about. Or, ma'am, there must be something that you have done, because children do not just turn against a parent, especially in that amount of numbers. So you did something. Now, this is from a professional psychotherapist who's been on the radio for decades and doesn't even want to entertain the notion of the idea that a child who can be easily influenced, can be influenced against hating another parent. And the other thing that they say, and that you hear all the time, is, well, if you've got a problem with your child, go to the courts. The courts will fix it. File an injunction. Get a grandparent's rights. Get an order that allows you to see your child. But they don't take into account the fact that what if that child is brainwashed or manipulated or threatened or coerced with either the carrot or the stick to say, I don't want to see you. I don't want to have a relationship with you. No, that parent then has a ruling that says, well, the child doesn't want, the child is adamant, or the child is now making an accusation. Of what? Oh, they don't feel comfortable, they don't feel safe. We're not going to make a child go and put them in that situation. So for so many people who don't understand, the easy way, recognize the easy way is to just say, you must have done something wrong. You, the parent who's being alienated, must have done something that was so dreadful, so terrible, so awful, that it's not just a relationship rift. The child, it's not just you're having difficulties, you're arguing. No, that the child doesn't want to see you, doesn't want to talk to you, doesn't want you coming to school, doesn't want you coming to events. That is somehow, because that is so extreme, that it is justified. And I am here to tell you, and anybody who will listen, that alienation is real. The simplest thing can be blown up into something that makes the child feel as though it's the end of the world. This parent shouldn't be allowed to have any communication or any contact. The simplest thing, like you showed up at a parent-teacher conference. Most people would say you're involved, you're trying to get involved. All they have to say is, well, your other parent went and told about the divorce or shared something about that you're having some emotional problems. They broke your trust. They're telling everybody that they can. They're spreading lies about me. They're making you sound like something's wrong with you, like you're having some emotional problem because of the divorce or the custody. They're telling all of your secrets. And all of a sudden, that trust with the parent is broken. That alienated parent is immediately put on the outside. Then the alienator gets to tell the child, not only did they break the trust and say all of these things, now your teachers in the school and the administrator, they don't want that other parent to be involved. They think that they're a detriment to you. They think you should be protected from this person. And all of a sudden, this simple thing like you might have shown up to talk to your child's teacher is blown up into something big. And then it's the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And all of a sudden, it's not just about what did they do, it's about how is someone making the child think making them feel about that. It's not just that the parent went to a school, it's that they broke trust. They embarrassed them. That they made them look like a fool. The child looked like a fool. Those are emotional anchors that are devastating to a child of any age. If it's a young child, it sets that early foundation. If it's a teenager who's already worried about their image and how they're perceived by others, it is detrimental. And so again, a lot of people just can't fathom that, oh, why would a parent do this? Parents don't do this. Yes, you might not do that. Yes, you would never do that. Just like you may never commit a crime. You may never rob a bank. Plenty of people do. You may never commit an assault. Many people do. You may not do a variety of things that other people do that are looked at as wrong or a criminal. But other people do. And if you are on the unlucky circumstance where you're on the receiving end of a parent who will do everything they can to make you look bad and to make the child think that you are terrible and awful and that your entire side of the family, and then rally a bunch of other people so that a whole group of people, teachers, students, friends, other family members, other friends' parents, all go, ooh, yeah, stay away from them. They're no good. There is power in that. And so sometimes it's really aggravating when you have a story, when you have an experience that people want to discount, that people want to just turn around and take the easy bait that says you must have done something. And again, let me be honest and let me be clear. We're not talking about perfection. We're not talking about you as a parent who's being alienated, that you never made a mistake, that you never raised your voice, that you never said the wrong thing. No one's saying that. My dad wasn't perfect. My dad made mistakes. My dad said the wrong things or could have said something and didn't say anything. So it's not to say that you and my dad, everything was perfect and this perfectly innocent person that never made a mistake was turned. No, it's about someone else capitalizing on the human error that we all make, the imperfections that we all make, and turning that into something that is life-changing. How many parents, and I did this to my mom, how many parents, I hate you when you slam the door. And then 10 minutes later, you're out looking for a snack. And maybe there's a conversation. Hey, you can't do that. Not in this house. You don't slam the door. You don't speak like that. And life goes on. Or how many times have parents in a normal situation raised their voice or said the wrong thing? Sure, it's upsetting at the time, but you get over it. But when there is an alienator, every single moment is amplified. Every single wrong step or wrong word is blown up to be something that is, you can never come back. You can never forgive that. You can never have the opportunity to be in that person's presence again. Or you slammed the door, you got upset, you said you never wanted to see him again. Well, that's it. That's what we're going with. You're never going to see that other parent again. You are never going to be in that situation. And all of a sudden you go, whoa, the child's like, wow, I guess this is a big thing. This really is a big thing. So never underestimate a person who is angry, upset, jealous, resentful, looking for revenge, having their own issues from their own childhood, their own upbringing that are now coming back that may not even have anything to do with you specifically, to retell a story and to alienate a child. And if you are someone who's watching this that can't understand that it's happening, again, believe me as a child and my dad as a parent and the many thousands, hundreds of thousands of parents and children that are going through this, who are silently suffering, who are doing everything they can to scream from the rooftops, this is unjust and this is what is happening to me and my child. Don't be one of those persons that just says, I don't want to hear anything about it. Listen to them, ask questions, get curious about it, because you may be able to help. If not help, you can at least lend that, like, wow, I'm so sorry that that's happening. I cannot believe that that's happening, but I do believe you. So I wanted to share that with you. If you are a parent who's dealing with all of this and you're looking for ways to navigate through alienation, to do everything you can to reconnect and get your child back, regardless of how long it's been or how old they are, and you'd like my help as a child who lived through it, there's a link below this video where you can get information on how I can help. So thank you so much. I'm Ryan Thomas, and I'll see you on another video. Hey, it's Ryan Thomas. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and it also helps to spread the word. Be sure to watch other videos from this channel, and also check below this video for other resources and links to help.